The papyrus, put it on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you see how it is, it's so inviting. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
Hello, welcome to National Assembly News this week on the Papyrus TV Africa. Senate reshuffles leadership of key committees. House calls for drastic punishment for counterfeit product offenders. House of Representatives receive requests for new states. Senate demands national emergency over infrastructure. Deputy House of Reps Speaker urged President Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. The Nigerian Senate has announced a major reshuffle, appointing new chairpersons and deputy to oversee critical committees, including those for newly established Regional Development Commission. Senate President Senator Godswill Akpabio revealed that Senator Babangida Hussaini will chair the Northwest Development Commission, with Senator Muntari Dandusi as deputy. Senator Titus Zam was named chairman of the North Central Development Commission. In the Southeast, Senator Oji Kalu was appointed chairman of the Southeast Development Commission, with Senator Kenneth Eze as deputy. Natasha Akpoti-Oduan was reassigned from the Local Content Committee to lead the Diaspora and NGOs Committee, while Abduningi now chairs the Federal Road Maintenance Agency FEMA Committee. Other notable appointments include Senator Garba Meidoki as chairman of the Sports Development Committee, Victor Ume as the head of National Population and NIMC Committee, and Joel Thompson as chairman of the Local Content Committee. Akpabio commended the senators for their dedication during the 2025 budget defense session, emphasizing their commitment to promoting financial accountability. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has raised concern over the rise in counterfeit drugs, food products, and goods across Nigeria, calling for life imprisonment for offenders. Murtak Shagaya, representing Ilorin West Federal Constituency, sponsored the motion, citing the recent seizure of fake products worth over 5 billion naira in Aba's cemetery market. He revealed that Nigeria loses an estimated 15 trillion annually to counterfeit goods. Shagaya attributed the issue to weak enforcement, corruption, and lenient penalties, urging the Attorney General to propose amendment for stricter penalty. The House also directed relevant committees to investigate the problem and ensure enhanced regulatory capacity for agencies like NAFDAC and Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON. Also, the House of Representatives leader has confirmed the receipt of 31 memorandums seeking the creation of additional states across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones. Deputy Speaker Honorable Benjamin Kalu made this announcement, outlining the constitutional requirements that must be met for state creation requests to be considered. According to Kalu, Section 8 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, mandates that proposal for new states must have the support of at least 2/3 of members of the Senate, the House of Representatives, and the respective state House of Assembly, as well as local government councils within the affected areas. Among the proposed states are Benue Ala, Apa Agba, Apa Okun, Okura, and Confluence in the North Central, Amanakata-Gum, Savannah, and Muri in the Northeast, New Kaduna, Gurara, Tiga, Kanji, and Gari in Northwest, Etiti Adada, Urashi, Olu, and Aba in the Southeast, Ogoja, Wari, Bori, and Obolo in the South-South, Toruebe, Ibadan, Lagun, Ijebu, Okeogun, and Ifesha in Southwest. Kalu emphasized that the proposals must adhere strictly to constitutional guidelines. He noted that the Section 8.3 of the Constitution requires the outcome of referendum conducted by State House of Assembly to be forwarded to the National Assembly before any demand for new state can be fulfilled. Applicants were directed to submit 3 hard copies of their proposals to the Secretariat of the Committee at the National Assembly Complex in Abuja, along with electronic copies via the designated email. Kalu reiterated the committee's commitment to reviewing proposals that fully complied with constitutional provision. He also reminded advocates for new local government areas, LGAEs, that similar constitutional requirements apply to creation of local governments. The National Assembly is open to supporting efforts that align with the Constitution, but only proposals that strictly follow the stipulated guidelines will be considered, Kalu stated. The development comes amid rising call for greater political representation and resource control across various regions of the country. Furthermore, the Nigerian Senate has called on the federal government to declare a national emergency to overhaul the country's oil infrastructure, focusing on the rebuilding, rehabilitation, and recalibration of onshore oil wells, flow stations, and pipelines to revive the oil sector. The resolution follows a motion addressing the recent oil spill and fire outbreak at Manifold Well 8BUG-001 in OML 18, Bukuma, Agum, River State. The Senate directed the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSDRA, to investigate the incident and submit a detailed report within 4 weeks. It also urged the Ecological Project Management Committee, EPMC, and the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to deploy intervention fund to address environmental damage, health hazard, and livelihood losses caused by the disaster. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, OML 18 Limited, was called upon to deploy emergency team for disaster assessment and remediation, while Committee on Environment and Petroleum Resources upstream were tasked with ensuring compliance with environmental laws. The motion, titled Urgent Need to Mitigate the Recent Fire Outbreak and Oil Spillage from Manifold Well 8/BUG-008, was sponsored by Senator Ikparibo Harry Banigo, PDP Rivers West. Banigo highlighted the recurring environmental crisis in the Niger Delta, attributing them to sabotage, weak safety protocols, and poor regulation enforcement. She emphasized the severe impact on public health and livelihood in communities like Buguma, Asalgar, and Degima. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan called for the greater transparency in oil industry, urging strict penalties for environmental violation, while Senator Yahaya Abdullahi, PDP Kebbi North, stressed the need for better infrastructure planning and comprehensive environmental survey. Finally, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Benjamin Okeze Kalu, has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to show leniency and release the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu. Speaking at the inaugural meeting of the House Committee on Southeast Development Commission at the National Assembly, Abuja, Kalu commended Tinubu for fostering peace and approving the Southeast Development Commission bill, which has previously failed in legislative session. Kalu urged a political rather than legal resolution to Kalu's detention, asserting that such a move would be met with immense gratitude from the Southeast people and reduce insecurity in the region. President Tinubu has shown dedication to national unity by assenting to the Southeast Development Commission bill. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu will enhance security and pave the way for growth in sectors like agriculture, infrastructure, and technology, Kalu said. Honorable Chris Nkwonta, chairman of the SEDC committee, echoes Kalu's sentiment, stressing that Kanu's detention has fueled unrest and stunted religious development. He emphasized that true reconciliation requires addressing historic grievances and political marginalization. Senator Ebenezer Ekeyina of Anambra Central added that sustainable development cannot occur amid daily insecurity, urging Tinubu to act swiftly. Kanu concluded by appealing to President Tinubu to temper justice with mercy, expressing confidence that Kalu's release would pave the way for peace and renewed development in the region.